Hey, thanks for clicking on the video, but it was probably a mistake that you made, you fucktard. Hey, because what we're going to do is we're going to look at this section of the living room over here that we haven't really looked at yet. If you want to come look at it with me, we're going to look at it right now. What have you been looking at recently? Like, I'm looking at the news right now. I'm listening to this guy that I watch over there on the TV. We're gonna mute him. He's talking about I guess war is what's going on. There's a war happening. So over here, look. Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Here you will find in my imagination. If you want to see a scimitar, simply look around and see it. Anything you want to, be it. Want to chop a head off, now you'll be able to do it. So yeah, this is a scimitar that I keep over here at the door because it's nice, right? It's real handy. It's full tang. It's full tang. It's real like solid. So I always have a scimitar here, and then on the other side, I keep my gladius. If you want to rule paradise, simply acquire a Roman gladius. This is not full tang, but it's not going to be sadius. You will be able to stab someone if you have to. Okay, so that was the gladius. Look, it slides right in here into this. This thing right here was given to me by my friend Phil, who owns a deli in San Francisco, and he used to give me a lot of stuff because we're pals. Here it is. It's right here. Because we're pals, and both my sons worked at his deli during their high school years. They both worked for him, and I got them the jobs working for my friend Phil. So this thing here, we'll have to do it like this so that I can see properly. Let's pull this down a little bit. So this thing right here used to have pamphlets on it at the entrance to the deli. I think that mostly it was made for holding tourist pamphlets. Like there used to be things that slid in here that said Fisherman's Wharf, San Francisco, Union Square, San Francisco, ride a cable car, you shithead. It would say stuff like that, and there would be all these pamphlets in here. Well, he got a new one. Maybe I think the new ones are all made of wood now and are nicer. He did a remodel inside the deli. So he gave me these other ones, and this particular one, I've used it to house a bunch of shit. So let's look at all the stuff. You want to look at the stuff that's here? It's going to be hard because I have the camera turned the wrong way. I don't know if you can see that. I mean, how should we do this? Do you want to look at me or do you want to look at the stuff? You know, I mean, let's look at the stuff. So this is an issue of Comic Reader that I bought off the stands in August of 1979. I think this was the beginning of ninth grade? Is this the beginning of ninth grade or eighth grade? I forget. So this is great. I really like the Comic Reader. Do you want to look at the Comic Reader? We could look at... Here's another issue of the Comic Reader, same time period. This is the one that came after that, I think. Maybe before that. Here's another one that's in a bag. It has Shang-Chi on it, drawn by Mike Zeck. It's really nice. So I used to buy these at the comic shop when I was in 8th and ninth grade. And in here, it would tell you what new comics were coming out. And there's a little checklist in here, and I used to check on the checklist. And let's look and see if we can do that right now. Come on. Let's go over here. I mean, screw that. What? I mean... So you see on here, I'm trying to switch up the video is what I'm doing. I almost went over and set this up on the tripod and just made this a Comic Reader video. Because I was just going to we'll just look at the Comic Reader. What the fuck? No, let's not look at the Comic Reader. Let's look and see what's on here. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I mean, we got this. Let's use the fucking tripod. Okay. Let's see. Come with me and you'll be In Meyer's shitty living room, he'll show you on this shelf some bullshit. All right. So we looked at this comic reader with Shang-Chi. For some reason, this one's in a bag and a board. But then these two, they're not bagged and boarded. Let me show you the checklist in here. Oh, look at that back cover. Ooh, look at that Swamp Thing. What is he doing? Is he going to strangle the snake with his own body? Is he going to rip it apart? What's he doing? I don't know. It's like, is he using the snakes? Is he going to make the snake bite himself when he tries to bite him? What do you think? It's up to you how you see it. Okay, perfect. This is what I was looking for. So as you can see here in the center, there's this checklist. Now, the top of the checklist is just like the bottom of the checklist. It's another version, but I cut it out with a pair of scissors to take it with me to the comic shop. But I did I put any check marks? Sometimes yeah, there it is. See, so these are. Oh, look, I drew a little picture, little Namor face. So these are the titles that I was buying regularly. It's all Marvel stuff. And then I wasn't buying any DC. Is that Charlton down there? I wasn't buying any Charlton. Gold Key, that's Gold Key in the center there. And Warren, the only DC I was buying was Warlord. Oh. Kind of just got a whiff of myself. I need to take a shower. You ever do that? This is a promo poster. Oh, excuse me. From about 1983 or 1984. This is from when I used to work at a comic shop in Monterey on Cannery Row. And I would take these, it was a small shop with not a lot of space, so I would sometimes take posters home after they had run their course. There was not much wall space. Actually, there was no wall space in this comic shop. It was all taken up by displays and such. So all of these posters I would stick on the windows, and this was a four-sided shop, and two sides were glass windows that were kind of out to that. On the outside of the windows you could see the into the shop, and it was inside in a mall type situation on Cannery Row. Good location, lots of tourists and stuff. And I would take these home after it was time to take them out of the window because there was only so much room in the windows. Here's some British comics. This is the Avengers. This is what the Avengers looks like in England. It was 8p. I haven't had these for very long. I purchased these on the internet from a popular internet comic website. Isn't this great? These are all black and white on the inside. They're oversized. They're kind of like magazine size. But so this is at this time in the 70s when these came out. England was getting reprints of Marvel stuff from a year or two prior. And here's what Spider-Man looked like. This is a really nice Spider-Man issue. It's issue 200, and it's this cool origin. I think that the origin is drawn by Jim Mooney, I want to say. I can't remember who. Maybe Sal Buscema. This is called Crypt of Horror. That's cool. It's a bunch of pre-code horror reprints. Horror reprints. Pre-code horror reprints. In black and white. I found this in a dollar bin. There was only one. There was just this one copy, and it was in a dollar bin probably about 10 years ago. Which was really a good find because I think the cover price is $25. Yeah. It's got a little water damage on it because I remember that this was by the pool. So some of my stuff has a little water damage, which indicates that I was reading this in the backyard by the swimming pool. That happens. It's part of pool living. Sometimes there's a ring from a Budweiser bottle. I have those that I created the rings myself. and it's now a part of my collection. You may consider doing that sort of thing as well. You know, now that we're an influencer channel, this is about lifestyles. And if maybe the same thing from the last video, if you want to emulate my lifestyle and make your lifestyle more like my lifestyle, then you might want to take something like this Apezilla. It's Apezilla 3. You might want to take something like this and set it on the countertop, read a couple pages, and then get a phone call, and then set a beer bottle on it to leave a ring. And then just leave it there for about an hour, and then find it, and then kind of go, fuck, I can't believe I set this beer bottle on here. Or take it to the pool. Take it outside with you, put it in a bag with some sunscreen and a towel, and so you want to weather your collection to a personal level where you're adding life experience and emotion to the books themselves so that they gain provenance, personal provenance. So that's how I'm, influencing you right now. So a comment, I just got a like on one of my comments. This is the Free Comic Day Godzilla, the New Heroes. I got this from Kevin at Gotham City Comics. I read this already, and it's not bad. This is from Free Comic Book Day from a couple weeks ago. It's got 3 stories, and they're all kind of prequels or introductions to these 3 different Godzilla titles that are coming out soon. I liked that. It was pretty good. We can't look through all this. This is all unbagged comics that are here for me to read. I've talked about this before, how I do stuff. This is how I cull from my collection, how I get rid of things, right? Because it's the act of giving that truly provides you with the opportunity to have giving back or something like that. I don't know what it is, but anyway, these are only here for me to get rid of. So what I'll do is I'll read these. I might take this with me. Like this one on the top here. Well, not this Johnny Quest. Obviously, this is here because it needs to be bagged and boarded. But I like to read unbagged comics. And then if I choose, I will keep them. And then I put a bag and a board on them. There I am. Right? So that's what's going on here. But like this, what is this? Ray number 7. What's going on here? It's kind of a good cover. It's kind of cool. But I might take this with me to the pool or downtown for a walk to the coffee shop and set up down there and just kind of chill and listen to music and read a comic or draw a little drawing in my sketchbook, maybe cause a public disturbance of some sort, maybe stalk a young lady that I have been stalking on a regular, just from a distance, but, accidentally we just end up in the same places a lot of the times. And so I pretend like I'm reading comics like this. I'll be like in the, like this, kind of like that. And I'll be like, and then if it's a shitty comic, I'll leave it somewhere. Like I'll leave it at the newspaper stand or the bus stop or anywhere. I'll leave this anywhere. Inside of one of those neighborhood free library boxes. You guys have any of those? So I'll do that. But this particular comic right here, see, I don't even know how good this is. The cover's okay. We're going to read it and find out. But the back cover, because it has this on the back cover, the interview with the vampire, now there's something I can do with this. I didn't know it had that on the back cover, but I'll probably draw a little curly mustache over here on Tom Cruise. And then I'll set this inside of a newspaper box after I read it, facing out in front of the newest newspaper. So that's the kind of shit I do, the kind of public disturbances that I cause. There's really not much up here. Just a lot of books. Now, I don't want to go through all of these books right now, but you can look at them. Because the video is at 14 and a half minutes, and I'm already tired of talking. Let's go like this and take this back out. I hope you're having a good day. I regret, first telling you at the beginning that you shouldn't have clicked on the video. Because now you're probably happy you clicked on the video because you're like, wow, I have never seen all this stuff over here that he has. Look at this book. This book is called Tommy Knockers, and it's about gremlins in gold mines. This is about all of the folklore of where I live, which is California gold country. And like about 100 years ago, under the ground, these guys worked, and they really think that they were seeing stuff down there. There's a lot of folklore about it. This is introducing postmodernism. This is at the front here because this is all stuff that I plan on reading. So I strategically place things. It's not just here for display. This is stuff that I'll be reading soon. Jarhead. I haven't read this book. My son read it. He really stands by it. He thinks I'll really like it. I still haven't read it, but I'm going to be reading it. It's here. There's some action figures over here. This used to be a toy channel where I used to just talk about action figures and dolls. Just stupid shit that you don't really need. Little pieces of plastic, little effigies. So, but it's 16 minutes, which I think is pretty good. What are you looking at? You're looking at the palm of my hand. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you later. I hope you have a fantastic day or evening. And just buck up.